We'll gather around the warehouse, y'all, it's time to load the truck. Doc's Dynasty Hour is rolling in, Tim Karanak's got the look. Doc Eisenhower's riding shot.
Welcome to Doc's Dynasty Hour. This is your host, Tim Kanak. You can find me on X at Fantasy Aceball. And good old Doc Eisenhower, straight from the airport. Follow him on the X at Doc Eisenhower. And Doc, right when we started this, you're like, I need to go slam a beer. I'll be right back. And you literally texted me like 3 photos in like a 30-second span of the beer getting slammed. And of course, a shot glass of what looks like whiskey right next to the beer. What was that? An Irish Red?
That was the beer was Dos Equis, and
Oh, it looks red in the pictures. What kind of lighting is that?
I don't know, but you're right with the Irish track though. Jameson's was the whiskey that he delivered me. Yeah,
excellent.
He was closing up, dude, man. As everyone, man, I'm doing this from an airport, Atlanta's airport, like the worst, like too busy, too many people. I got a flight canceled in Alabama. I drove all the way over here just to try to make it so I can spend time with my family tomorrow. And and Grok lied to me. It said there's a Buffalo Wild Wings right here, and it was open 24 hours. Lies, all lies.
Yeah, of course. The Atlanta airport, the biggest airport in the world, you can't even get wings.
How come I don't want wings? I drove here for like 3 hours after having I literally, so, and just like, it's just like a Seinfeld episode where like I got to the Montgomery airport, returned my rental car, and then as soon as I pulled my phone up, and then boop, it came out, your flight's been canceled. And I had to go like wait an hour to get my own car back. Like it was like a whole thing. Anyway, dude, but God is good, and listen. I support.
Did you run
the
the gas down to E? In that one Seinfeld episode, Kramer ran the gas down all the way to E. Did he do that?
I've done that like not this time. I've done it before. I don't recommend it.
I've almost done that before. Not quite, but very, very close. Like the car was like sputtering out.
Do you know Theo Vaughn, like the comedian?
Yes.
I don't know, man. It's like it's a bit like he's posted himself on the side of the road. I think he's got like a mental condition where he like always lets it go to E, and like he runs out of gas all the time because of it. I don't know what it is.
I get it, man. Like I have a diesel truck.
I've never run out of gas in my life. That's like something I don't want to do.
I have a diesel truck, and the DEF fluid I'm always running like all the way down. I'm like, I do not want to go to Home Depot and buy more DEF fluid. I'm just gonna let it run, the DEF fluid run like all the way down. But yeah, like my guys are like always like delete the DEF. I'm like, yeah, then I'll have so much smog coming out of my truck after that. Like everyone's gonna love me. But anyway, moves that we made. Doc's Dynasty Hour. We are gonna talk about baseball. Moves that we made. I made a trade the other day, Doc, in a 16-team Otanu league. I traded a $22 Brent Rooker. He was dead. $6 Agustin Ramirez, and still in minors, and a $3 Devin Fitzgerald for a $44 Kyle Tucker and a $10 Emmett Sheehan. This is a league that I'm in second place out of 16 in, and I only have 1 loss on the year. It's head-to-head. I'm like 13-1 or something like that. And I picked up a $1 Gage Wood with the open spot, too. So what do you think about that trade?
Well, I mean, yeah, you love Sheehan. You can't quit that guy, huh? It's
no,
I thought you said $16. It says 6 here. Was it 6 or 16?
$6 okay. Agustin Ramirez.
Yeah, I still believe in him. It's mysterious. He wasn't like struggling mightily when they sent him down at the plate. You'd think that they could find a room for him. Last I checked, they were still playing him at catcher, which is confusing. I hope they don't screw this guy up because the bat is real, There's still lots of potential there, but obviously, is this a dynasty or is this a redraft?
This is Otanu, 16-team Otanu league.
So Otnu's are all keeper?
Yeah, well, it's you're in one. You should know. Yeah, you can keep you get a 40-man roster, and the guy's increasing his arbitration and all that stuff.
Yeah, okay, so they all have the same format. That makes more sense.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's probably fine. I don't know, man. I don't know. It depends. If Devin Fitzgerald's a stud, it probably looks bad on you. But I mean, Kyle Tucker, what's his deal? Is he Who is he these days? Like, can we trust him anymore? I feel like he's been like a weird mystery box the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, the thing is in that league, I really needed a hitter who was playing, and Kyle Tucker's playing every day because I have too many minor leaguers. Like I don't even know how I'm doing so well in this league because I have like in my like in a 40-man roster, I've got like 10 minor leaguers. I've got Joshua Baez, Aiden Miller, Ryan Waldschmidt, Caleb Culpepper, Caleb Bonimer, Thomas White, Seth Hernandez, all just like Robbie Snelling. Like all these guys are just like wasting away in the minors. Uh, Facing a ton of roster spots, and I'm still doing really well. And I'm like, okay, like I have so many minor leaguers, like I could spare a couple in this type of format to give a couple guys to help me win now.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he'll be fine. It's I think it could go either way. I think the Brent Rooker thing is a salary dump, right? So
Yeah, I mean,
hey,
like
you probably, no, I mean, what am I talking about? No, you
he's
probably
hurt.
won this trade. Kyle Tucker is still Kyle Tucker. No, I think he's very expensive, so you're probably not going to keep him too many more years.
No.
But you get 2 more years out of him, probably.
Yeah, probably not even. Probably I'll just cut him after this year, but I'm trying to win this year, so it's worth it.
All right,
and
then go
the
for
worst
it.
thing I'm going to lose is probably Devin Fitzgerald. So I already had my catchers in that league are Samuel Basayo and Carter Jensen, so I don't really need Augustine Ramirez.
Yeah, he's not a catcher with Joe Mack there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Next move I made in a league that you're in, the Anu Podcaster League. I don't know. Were you sleeping when I made this move? I added Sean Burke for $2. Sean Burke has been one of the best pitchers in MLB for like a month and a half.
Honestly, dude, I sleep all the time in that league, but my pitching is like not. I have too many pictures. Every time I look at my innings projected for the year, I'm like doing way more than I'm supposed to. Let's see where we're at right now. I projected for 1,800. Not good. But no, that's why I'm not adding Sean Burke, big guy.
There's a 1,500 innings pitched max in that league. What happened to you? I think did DVR pass you in that league? Because I was last time. Okay, so I'm in first. I've got like 106 points. DVR's in second at 86. So I'm like smoking everybody. And you were second most of the time in this league, but you're in like third or fourth now. You got to catch back up.
Manny Machado is probably a massive reason why. I mean, he's probably has been pulling me down the whole year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, luckily Jordan Walker's heating back up in a big way. So we'll see what happens. My future's bright though. I mean, man, look at my sexy minors. Speaking of Augustine Ramirez,
we got to get you Walker back up in second. I want to finish first and second. Come on.
My bats, I'm not sure if the bats are ready, man. The pitching is pretty solid, but yeah, we need to have strong finishes from some of these guys here. Maybe Manny's got a big second half in him.
Yeah. Next move that I made, last move that I made that I'm going to talk about in TGFBI. This is a humble brag. I got Kyle Karros for $6. This guy's just mashing right now. I don't know how I got him for $6. It's so cheap. And the funniest part about this is after the draft in this league, Richard Sands, who won TGFBI overall last year, posted a screenshot of the league, and I was projected for last place in this league.
Nice.
And the whole time he's like, "What are you doing, Tim?" And I was like, "I trust the process, bro. I know what I'm doing." And I am in second place in that league, and I'm in 35th overall in the TGFBI right now. So I think I'm doing pretty good. It just goes to show projections don't matter. The projections are dumb. Follow the F scores. Projections are stupid. But yeah, $6 Kyle Karros is crazy in a $1,000 FAB league. All right, Doc, you traded one of your guys. This one shocked me because I'm in this league with you. How did you get to a point where you traded one Joseph Sullivan, a former Doc Gold Star child?
Still excited for him. Still think he's gonna be like. It's actually a trade I didn't want to make. I have so many stud. I have a bunch of like the same guy first baseman. At least 2 of the same guy first baseman. I mean, I have lots of power bats in this 130-team league. I have Bryce Eldridge power bat. You know, I got Vinny Pasquantino theoretical power bat. And then I have in the minors these guys coming up. I got Victor Figueroa, Nolan Schubert, who are like question mark hitters. But anyway, I was trying to feed him a first baseman. He wouldn't go for it. I wanted to keep Joseph Sullivan because he's probably a 2020 guy. Like at worst case scenario, he's a 2020 guy with bad ratios. He was swinging more early. He's still swinging more this year. I'm a little bit concerned about the contact rates going down, strikeout rates going up. Walk rate's going down. It's not necessarily the best trend, but he's still probably going to finish this minor league season if he stays in the minors all year. 20 home runs, 30 stolen bases. So believe me, I don't want to make this trade necessarily. That said, he offered me this deal back, Joseph Sullivan. There's not a ton of Joseph Sullivan believers out there. He's got like 4% roster rate or something like that. So I'm sitting here like, I mean, I got Max Clark coming up. I got some studs. My outfield's full of studs. I'll be fine. How's this for an outfield? Max Clark, Wyatt Langford, if he ever stays healthy, and Esmeralda Valdez for the future. Feeling pretty good about it. So
in a 30-team league.
In a 30-team league. Yeah, Connor Griffin's hanging out in there somewhere in the stores. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but the guy I traded him for was Lucas Braun. So this is exactly what you don't want to do. You don't want to go to a game in Columbus, Georgia, the Columbus Clingstones. You don't want to go there and watch Lucas Braun throw 12 strikeouts, no walks, absolute game of his career. And then he signs 2 balls for your kids, because then you go out the next day and you make trades for him. This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm actually trying to not hype him too much, because I want to make some more moves in some leagues. Because Lucas Braun is a total doc guy. I didn't really know anything about him before the game. I saw him on the mound. I'm like, first of all, this guy looks like a redneck. Although he's from California. You see like his earlier pictures, no facial hair, looks like a Californian. He's got that total redneck facial hair now, this beard. Anyway, 6 foot, like 185, like not physically imposing or anything. But yeah, on the mound, he just I love the way he pitched, his presence out there, and he was getting guys to miss. He's just a kitchen sink guy, they call him, I guess. And last night was a good example of what he's capable of when all those pitches are being located properly. He's a command guy. He's a guy who's given a lot of innings. He's not going to be my Thomas White, not going to be my Liam Doyle. He's like not going to be a Ryan Weathers or Kate Cavalli, these guys with high upside but high risk. Or I wouldn't say White's that high risk, but anyway, Lucas Braun should be a steady guy. Kind of maybe what I want Noah Cameron and Mets Liberatore to be. But yeah, what do you think about Lucas Braun?
Yeah, I like him. He's a top 10 guy in the Braves org for me, and I think he's probably like a number 4, number 5 starter. Like he's a back end starter, but even though he's 6 foot, 185, he's a workhorse. For years, he's been pitching innings, high pitch counts. You can see his F scores if you're watching on YouTube or XVision, but a 112 F control. So he has very good command of the zone. And so with the ability to command the zone really well and to pitch a lot of innings and throw a lot of pitches and not give up a lot of bad contact, because he was only giving up 5 home runs on the year, 2.2% barrel rate against on the year. That's a little Parker Messick-y. You saw that from
I was
Parker
thinking about
Messick
him
last year. So he's a righty, he's not a lefty, and he's not as weirdly shaped as Parker Messick as a human. And he doesn't have that killer changeup, but I think he's a good back end starter for the future. And in a 30-team league, those are worth a decent amount of coin.
Yeah, I mean, pitchers are at a shortage in any 30-team league. But when I was talking to him, he just seemed like a kid. He's 24, but he seemed like a kid. I think he could put some more muscle on. He could probably get up to 200.
Yeah. All right, what do you got next?
By the way, I think 6 foot might be a little generous. I added. We gotta hurry up a little bit, but Tyler Tolbert. I don't know. This is not real. Like he's probably not gonna get playing time long term. But Adam, like, dude, he stole 21 bases in limited action last year. Dude, if he can get 20 stolen bases for you, and he's gonna have playing time right now, just go and at him. See what happens. As long as he doesn't go ice cold, you'll get something out of him. Owen Murphy, I added him in a 12-team shallow league. He's hanging out there. Former absolute stud. Now we're not really sure what's going on after the TJ, but he's got the talent to get back there. And then my big trade I made in a league here. I had it pulled up, but I lost it because we started talking about this other trade. I literally made it today. This guy says, "Hey, are you planning on trading any of your starting pitching? I'd love to have one." And then he sends me this crazy deal. I'm like, "Well, I wasn't planning on trading Gavin Williams, but now I have to." You'll love this because, man, no, he didn't offer. I accepted immediately. I smashed it. So he sent me Emmett Sheehan, which you're probably like, "Oh, 1 for 1, I'd do it." Caleb Bonner, Edward Florentino, and a second rounder. Are you kidding me?
All that for Gavin Williams?
It's insane. It's not that deep of a league. Like, come on. Like,
crazy.
I can get this. It's insane. So, yeah, I accepted it immediately.
Yeah.
My team in this league is about to be crazy.
Two of those guys, you take that trade. Any combination of two of those guys, you smash that.
His last offer, yeah. He even says here, I see here, his last offer for Gavin was Florentino and Elmer Rodriguez, and I guess I ignored him. He canceled it, and then I said, I wasn't planning on the move, but you made a strong offer. He says, oh man, maybe too strong. He probably thought I clicked it too fast.
Sheehan and Florentino, you smash that. So that's a really good trade for you. That's a killer one. I think Sheehan is better than Gavin Williams, just straight up. So
I mean, Bonnemer is like no joke. Although I saw Bonnemer last night, he was visiting last night. I got a great video I'm going to post on X when I get some downtime. It's just me. So Bonnemer, yeah, that beer and whiskey's coming into play. But Bonnemer, by the way, he's got some dog in him. Like he's not like a chill, fun guy. In this little limited experience I had, he was like walking down. I think he was having a bad night. He had a bad night overall, but it was his third or fourth plate appearance, and he walks down. He's just talking to himself and like kind of hitting himself a little bit, he was getting into the game. And then before that, the bat before that, he was right in front of me directly in front of me warming up, just taking swings. And I'm talking to some guy next to me. I'm like, yeah, this guy knows Doc Eisenhower. He knows that I was the guy talking about him. February 2025. 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases. Who knows? Maybe 25 home runs, 15 stolen bases. 250 batting. I'm just like projecting his future. I'm like, this is all we ask for. We know he's going to do it. Nobody believed in him from the get-go, but they're believing in him now. Caleb Bonnemer. He goes to Meijer for shopping. He goes to the grocery store of Michigan. And anyway, it's going to be funnier in the video when you see it. He never paid any. He 100% heard every word I said. No attention.
Yeah, we'll see if he looked you up after. Maybe he'll follow you now. But yeah, Caleb Bonnemer is a top 10 prospect for me, and Florentino's number 2. So that's pretty solid return there. All right, call-up corner. Let's get to the call-up corner. We have 6 call-ups that we're going to talk about today. We'll go through them pretty quickly. Number 1 is Winston Santos. It's kind of funny because he only made 1 start at AAA in the PCL, and it was like his worst start of the year. And they're like, yeah, maybe not the PCL. And you can see he threw 62% fastball when he was in the PCL. But the Rangers called him up. I don't know did they send him back down already? He only came up and made a relief appearance. I think he gave up like 2 runs in 2 innings, so he wasn't great. But I think Winston Santos is okay. I've got him as like a top 10 in that org too. F scores give him a 112 F stuff. But you could see we only have 1 game of pitch level data because he was only at AAA for 1 game. Fastball.
He looks bad. His ERA like over the last like couple of years is like 10.
Yeah, he has good swing strike rate numbers. So this year in the minors, he has a 16.7 swing strike rate. So he does get a lot of swings and misses. The fastball doesn't have a good movement profile, though. You can see he throws at 97, so he throws it hard, but only 8 inches of vertical movement, 4.5 of horizontal. So it's not great movement, but it was getting a lot of swing and misses, and he can throw it for strikes 57% of the time. Changeup was getting good swings and misses, 22%.
What if he's Graham Ashcraft?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He's short, 6 foot 160. So we'll see what happens. He's got a reliever's build here, and they called him.
I think Ashcraft is like 6 foot 260 or something. He's funny build. Coded.
Yeah. So Winston Santos looks like he's in a relief role for now. We'll see what happens. Maybe he does a weird thing with Kumar Rocker. Maybe he's the opener for Kumar Rocker. Like, who knows? But that's number 1 that we're going to talk about. Number 2 is Gabriel. I want to call him Gabrielle, like a girl. Gabriel Hughes, who is a first rounder for the Rockies. So this is a guy that I would actually like if he wasn't on the Rockies. But he's on the Rockies. So we always have to remember that. But yeah, Gabriel Hughes has had good stuff, had some good appearances in the Arizona Fall League, got a good curveball. You can see 17.7% swinging strike rate on the curve, 37% CSW. So has a good curveball, a good sweeper, 21.9% swinging strike rate on his sweeper in AAA this year, 37% CSW. And he's been pretty good for PCL. I mean, like, the K rate's not amazing. 21% K minus walk rate, though, 275 JAERA, 52% strike rate. All that is in the PCL. So he's been pretty good as a PCL pitcher, but he has to pitch in cores. So, like, if he was on any other team and he got called up, I'd actually be pretty interested. But with the Rockies, just no, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like his build. 6'4", 240. I'm looking at his. Yeah, so here's where John's gonna want to care about. He's gonna want to know that this guy was born in Anchorage, Alaska, and despite being named Gabriel Hughes and his picture on Baseball Ref looks kind of Mexican, I'm willing to bet this guy's a mixed brother. But he also went to high school in Idaho. And this guy, this guy was this was the closest thing to like a noticeable minority in any place he ever lived. He went to friggin' Anchorage, Alaska. He's not like that, he's just like tan. Anchorage, Alaska, Meridian, Idaho, and then he went to Gonzaga out in Washington State. So that was, yeah, he's an interesting place. Yeah, first rounder. Honestly, I hadn't heard much about him, probably because he's a Rockies guy. But yeah, you gotta. Every time we think like maybe this guy will be the guy in Colorado, it's just not. There's no guy. You can't be the guy. Isn't the best pitcher statistically in the history of the franchise Ubaldo Jimenez?
Yeah, for like the one, I think he had like 1.5 good years there.
I think we all think there had to be someone else, and there just wasn't. There wasn't another guy.
I remember when I was a kid. I think it was like Hampton or Nevin. They signed like 2 really good starters for a lot of money. This is like in the late 90s. And they signed them for a ton of money, and then as soon as they got to Colorado, they just blew up to 5 ERAs. It's like I think it was who was it? Hampton and Nevin. Someone's screaming at
They gotta just start signing like the really old guys with nothing left. Like Verlander says, "I'm gonna retire." It's like, nah, man, we'll pay you $50 million to come back for 1 more year.
I mean, they've tried it all. They've tried like the Dakota Hudsons. Like, let's get a 60% ground ball guy. It doesn't work. Like nothing you can do.
Remember when they signed Cal Quantrill and we were all like, "Oh no, like what's gonna happen?"
Yeah, I don't know what they.
Michael Lorenzen, he actually had a couple decent games recently. Everyone was shocked.
Yeah, I feel like the move is you want sinker guys because cores kills induce vertical break. So just get a bunch of sinker first guys that throw sidearm. just get a bunch of Dylan Jordans, and then I think that's your move. Like get a bunch of Tyler Rogerses and just go for weird arm angles. It's like the best thing you can do. Like you got Sean Sullivan, I guess. So I guess they're kind of doing that. But yeah, I like him in any environment except for cores, and unfortunately, that's where he is. Number 3 is Owen Murphy. So Owen Murphy got the call. Owen Murphy was a T10 player. We did not talk about him because he was actually T14 or something like that. He had a really good start last time out. Comes up as a reliever, pitches 1 inning, sent back down. Owen Murphy, I like. He's a short little dude with high IVB, like 19 inches of IVB on the fastball. Has a really good slider that he doesn't throw anymore. This is what I mentioned in the article. I'm like, look, his slider is his best pitch doc. 22% swinging strike rate, 34% CSW, and now he just stopped throwing it. Like he started throwing a gyro slider instead of his regular slider, and he started throwing this crappy sinker, which is like his worst pitch. Like this sinker is 0% swinging strike rate and 20% ground ball rate. So his sinker does nothing that you want a sinker to do, and he just stopped throwing his best pitch, which was the slider, since like June. It's like, what are you doing? I do not understand that. But I do like Owen Murphy. He's been in my top 150 before. He's been in my top 100 before even. I think finished as like 166 in my last rankings. So I like him still. I like him way better than J.R. Ritchie. But I still think he's like number 3 or number 4 starter.
I like him a bit better than that, but we got a boogie with our pace. So I'll just say I already said I liked him. I don't know if he'll get back to that. I mean, he's shown extreme high octane strikeout rate while having great command. If you can get that command back, watch out.
All right, hitter Luis Lara. So Luis Lara is on here. This is a guy I actually don't really like for fantasy. I think he's going to be a really good real life player, but I think he's basically just like Sal Stewart again. So the Brewers are just doubling down on Sal Stewart prototypes. Really good hit tool, good at taking walks, a lot of speed, basically nil power. You see a 101 90th, not great. 86 average EV, 3% barrel rate. So I just don't really like this for fantasy because there's not enough power there. But I do think he's going to be a really good real life player. I think he's like an optimal leadoff hitter. for like real baseball, but for fantasy, it's just not my type. What do you think?
Did you just say that South Stewart doesn't have power?
Yeah.
I mean, he's just got 19 home runs this year.
No, it's not
already.
South Stewart. South Frelick. My bad. That's who I was talking
about. I was like,
the Brewers
I don't know,
Sal, dude.
Feel like
short little outler.
Feel like you're gonna be against the odds here, against the crowd here. Gonna be an unpopular opinion that 20 home runs before the All-Star break is not enough.
No, bro, I love
yeah,
South Stewart.
okay.
The wrong Sal.
Okay.
My bad. Sal Frelick. It's
fine.
late. We're recording later than normal.
Yeah, this is 11:08 now. Anyway, yeah, no. Luis Lara, I've looked at him before, and every time I have, my brain has said, "Good, that's one less prospect I have to care about." So let me go ahead and check. Yeah, is he still 5'7", 169? Because if so,
yeah,
not a huge fan of that. You better be dirbing it up. By the way,
he grew an inch. He grew 1 inch, according to John.
Fangraphs isn't given that. Okay, so he's got great contact skills. I don't know anything about this guy, obviously, these days. Great contact skills and steals bases. Yeah, it's fine. Like 30-teamer, you want to give a flyer on him. But problem with these guys is, they can be, if they're not on the Brewers, like Brewers is the best team for him, then they become utility guys. Maybe not super utility, right? Maybe like not reliable playing time. So probably not someone who's going to be a difference maker. But if you're lucky, maybe he has a Tyler Tolbert run later on, right?
Yeah, sure. All right, next on the list is Jack Brannigan. Jack Brannigan was interesting at one point with the Pirates, third rounder in 2022 out of Notre Dame. Has some power, strikes out a lot. Probably just a bench guy, but he does have some power off the bench. So interesting, Jack Brannigan. I'm not even going to pull this thing up. There's really no reason to talk about him. There's a guy I'll let you talk about, Luis Gastelum, because I know you know him because you're a Cardinals fan like me, right? Luis Gastelum.
I'm not diehard, big dog.
All right.
I'm trying to see. It looks like it, dude. It looks like I didn't make the brand. So I play in a prospects only league, and I was about to pick up Brannigan because I bet you he's going to be promoted soon, and I didn't do it. Now that he has an at bat, he can never be owned in that league again.
All right. So Luis Gastelum maybe has the best changeup in the entire minor leagues. He's a relief pitcher, really fun relief pitcher, maybe a potential closer here. You can see F Scores really likes him. 112 stuff, 117 control, 109 FERA, 112 total grade. This year, 158 JA ERA, 31.6 K minus walk rate with a near 40% K rate in the minors. And his changeup, look at this, Doc, 45% CSW on the changeup, 31.5% swinging strike rate on that changeup. That changeup is ridiculous. So I would ask all listeners to go look up some Luis Gastelum changeup video because it's a fun one, and he's got the hair, man. He's got the flow.
I was about to say, dude, you're forgetting the most important aspect to any baseball player, which is everything except for statistical analysis. His hair is great. He's Mexican. There's not a ton of Mexicans, as much as you think there might be. But he's got that Spanish blood, so he'll be that guy who maybe they'll be like, yes, he's a true Latino, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much European, Anyway, he this little dry humor in there for everyone. No, I love that, man. I actually didn't really know much about this guy, but he's got that great strikeout to walk ratio. Love to see. So this is a guy that has always been a diehard Cardinals fan. That I've been on this guy for years. I didn't just discover him right now talking to Tim. That's for sure.
All right, let's get to the three caballeros. Are you going to do it in the airport?
Which one is this? Is this
This is a yeehaw. Give me a big yeehaw in the middle of the airport. Let's see what happens.
Yeehaw!
Did anyone look at you?
There's a sleeping guy there. Other than that, everyone's just like downtrodden and wants to go home.
All right, Doc's three caballeros. Let's get them.
So is this like a Jose Caballero?
This is like the three caballeros, like Donald Duck, Panchito, and Jose.
I think because I don't know, man. I think this just reminds everyone of Jose Caballero. It's a weird name. We should probably change it.
Man, 1950s Disney is the best.
It is good. But,
yeah.
So we're gonna nominate the greatest player that John loves the most. There's probably not a baseball player better than him. Like Cy Young, Destin, Michael McGreevy. Like, at what point is John going to say that this is the greatest pitcher of our generation after Miles Michaelis? I don't know. I don't know. It's so fun. I love looking at the Savant page. Expected ERA 5.35. Blue, 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 blue. He's just a pitcher, not a belly itcher. He's got a 3.01 ERA. You know, a 5.8 K per nine. Um, and you can't stop him. You won't stop him. Like in league, you know, imagine you're in the league with quality starts. How's this guy looking right now? Right? He's just a like
Mhm.
I mean, it's funny I'm saying these funny buzzwords, but like it actually is him, right? He just keeps runs off the board. He throws strikes, and I like him. And I think that if there's, it's probably not even at this point because he's been so good lately. If there was like a little window you could have, like it looked like he was maybe faltering, get back to. Anytime he falters for like, if he does a falter for 2 or 3 starts, even after this good stretch, you can probably buy him. So maybe now is not the buying time. Maybe this is a bad time to put him there. Maybe I should have put him lower on the whatever you call it.
Yeah, 3. It's fine. He's the
No, on the
anti-model.
no, no, the Huckleberry, right? Like this is a guy who honestly you probably don't want to buy him now because if I was in a 30 league, which I am, I wouldn't want to sell him, right? So you can't buy him anyway. But if he starts sputtering a little bit, I'd buy him because he's just reliable, man.
Yeah, I agree. He's the anti-model. This is the problem when all the models for ERA predictors are based off of K minus walk. For a guy who doesn't strike guys out, like that's just not his game. It's fine. He's Kyle Hendricks 2.0. He's the Cardinals. Kyle
Yes.
Hendricks. It's good. It's good. It's gonna work. It worked for Kyle Hendricks for like 10 years. So Michael McGreevy will work for him for like 10 years, hopefully, as a Cardinals fan. Number
He's
2, you
only
got
hold on. He's only 30% rostered in Yahoo leagues. How's that possible, dude? This guy's
big.
I play in a quality my home league. It's a 12-teamer in Yahoo. I own him. He's got 12 quality starts already. Like that's gonna be like some great pitchers are not gonna get 12 starts this season. 12 quality
Too,
starts this season.
too many people look at K minus walk. That's right. That's
Yes,
why
correct.
everybody uses K
Correct.
minus walk, and it's like that's not always the end all be all. Some guys break the model, and he's a model breaker.
Yep.
So number 2 is Vinny P, going for the
I've been,
injured Vin dog, huh?
I've been putting this guy on here for like the whole season. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. No, it's like at the end of the day, this is a good. He's about to come back. I think he's playing tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then very soon. Tomorrow being Friday, and when you hear this. But I think people have forgotten. Like I put him on the trade block in our 30 teamer. I'm getting no bites. It's like okay, I get it. Like his contract's a little big, which is I have so many first basemen, so I have to trade him. So this podcast is serving as a propaganda piece for me to no, but in all reality,
It's
like
just Doc's trade block.
yes, in all reality, Vinny P hit over 30 home runs last year. He broke out, and it didn't just end there. He was the Italian stallion. He basically he saved America, keeping them in the World Baseball Classic. People forgot that. People have forgotten that Vinny Pasquantino is a great baseball player, and he's also very charismatic. He's fun to follow. He's good to have on your team, and you may not get a better price point right now as long as he's healthy. I know he had some injury concerns. Obviously, he just spent some time on the IL. Hopefully, that gave him some time to recover, and we can have a good second half here. Again, if he has a powerful second half, what's he at? Like I know he was actually heating up a little bit before the injury. I don't know if the
Yes,
power was there,
and
but how many
he was
bombs does he
hurt.
have?
He was hurt before too. He was
He was
having
playing
back
hurt.
issues like the whole with
Yes.
back issues the whole game. But yes, he was getting
Yeah.
hot right before he got hurt.
So 6 home runs. Like he could easily end this year with 20 home runs. And what does that mean? That means he's going to hit like a lot of home runs in 20 to 25 home runs maybe. And that means he's going to hit a lot in the second half and maybe win some people some fantasy championships. Does that mean you should buy him from me in that league? Yes. But it also means that I would be buying in other leagues, and I am. I like him. I like owning him. I wish I didn't have quote unquote. Wish I didn't have Bryce Eldridge and Vinny Pasquantino and Alec Burleson in a freaking 30 teamer. Someone's sitting on the bench.
Yeah. Next, you got Garrett Cole, number 3.
Yeah, let me know if I'm lagging here. I know one of us is lagging, probably me at the airport. But the Garrett Cole, he's starting to put it together. But there may be some people who are looking at his age and they're ready to move on. We've talked about him before. I made the big trade for him about a week ago or so. He just gave us a quality start. Yeah, he's not looking like unbelievable double-digit strikeouts as of right now. But I think he's going to get there in the second half. What he's doing right now, especially in a year where it seems like the pitchers are getting hit up on the juice ball, seems like the numbers are bigger. And so in terms of like runs on the board, 3 earned runs in 6 innings, 2 earned runs in 5 the outing before that. He's been on the right path, and frankly, more good outings than bad overall in his return. So it's nice to see, and so we will go ahead and buy him as he rests up and kind of recalibrates and has a big second half here. Again, 35 throughout this whole season, and if Justin Verlander can pitch into his 40s like solidly, or at least up until 40 pretty good, then like Garrett Cole can do it. We could have 5 years of we could have 2 to 3 years of really good, and then a couple more years of acceptable, and then who knows after 40, we'll see. But he's the kind of guy who could pitch into that range if he wants to.
Yeah, the swing strike rate is down, and stuff plus wise, everything is like pretty much in line. The slider's down a little bit. I think it's mostly like where he's spotting his pitches. He's just trying to figure it out still and get back in the game, but he'll be good as soon as he gets.
If anyone's gonna figure it out, it's like, who do you want to bet on? You want to bet on some kid who's just trying to figure out the major leagues? Or you want to bet on Garrett Cole?
Yeah, exactly. All right, no all hat, all cattle, no all hat, no cattle this week. But we got the Huckleberry of the week. We each have one. I have AJ Ewing for my Huckleberry of the week. I told everybody that this guy had power. So many people were so afraid. Oh, he only has 2 home runs in the minors. Well, look at him now. He has 7 home runs on the season now, Doc, 9 steals. And that's in 53 games. So you pace that out. That's almost a 20-30 pace. I told people that I thought he had more power in the tank and that he's going to be like Jarren Duran, and this power is just going to come out of nowhere. And looky here, that's exactly what's happened. Just call me Tim Stradamus because I think I nailed this one. How are you feeling about AJ Ewing?
Yeah, I mean, it looks great. We're looking as a baseline. If you have a really good carrying tool like the speed, and you get on base, you can hit. It's all great. And then to add power on top of that, I mean, yeah, maybe we're looking at an actual fantasy star here. That'd be a fun story. Just I know I didn't put in the all hat no cattle, but I would say Jake McCarthy. That was my. I don't think I entered him there, but if you have Jake McCarthy, I love that guy. I hope I'm wrong, but we've been down the Jake McCarthy hole before, rabbit hole before, and it doesn't lead to consistency. So big win on Ewing. But if you could go ahead and trade Jake McCarthy for AJ Ewing, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, the Rockies are going to try to trade him because they want they're going to want to get room for Veen or Condon pretty soon here, I think. So your Huckleberry of the week, I like this guy. Who do you got here? Because we're going to actually talk about him later too. So wait, actually, just name him and then we'll talk about him later because he's also in the Mexican standoff.
Okay, I didn't even look at the Mexican standoff because I'm not professional. He's Troy Melton. Let's talk about him later at the Mexican standoff.
All right, Yellow Belly of the week. I've got Garrett Mitchell. Garrett Mitchell's really hot right now, and I would not trust anything that this guy is doing because it's even though he's got nice power and speed. Yeah, 115 max EV is pretty sexy. 8 home runs, 6 steals, but he has a 276 batting average on a 413 BABIP. So. And he has a 64% contact rate. What does this mean? It means everything that he has done is completely BABIP fueled. It's lucky. No one's going to have a 400 BABIP. He's like a 200 hitter, this guy. He has a 64% contact rate. I like him. I like the power and speed. It's fun, but he's not that good. This is a hot streak. Sell him if you can. Yellow Belly of the week. I'm a coward on Garrett Mitchell. Get out while you can. You like that?
So, yeah. I think I'm good with that. I've never been able to get into Garrett Mitchell. I don't know what it is, but apparently we're on the same page.
Yeah. Who's your Yellow Belly?
I got Brent Rooker, man. So we did a podcast last week, and I had traded him away that day, and then the next day or whatever, 2 days later, they were like, "Yeah, he's out for the season with something's wrong with his bones," and I'm like, "Oh, that's not good." I mean, that now I didn't know anything heading into the trade, but I was definitely concerned. I'm like, I did say he's not doing baseball activities. That was public knowledge. And I'm like, this seems like more than just. I didn't think he was gonna be out for the year, but I thought maybe it was gonna be another month until he was like ready, like, kind of full bore. And by then, I was like, I don't know if my team can handle that. Plus, his contract escalates. Losing a relatively good value year doesn't make any sense if I have a crowded outfield. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, and now he's in a position where he's going to, on paper, people are going to see a bad year. I don't think his talent's gone away. I don't think his underlying metrics like indicated a dramatic fall off. I think he was just trying to play through the injury. Um, and I think people are going to see this bad back of the baseball card year. What's he going to be? I'm trying to see how old he's going to be. Yeah, so by next year he'll be 32. Yeah, people are they're gonna be falling out of love with Brent Rooker, despite him being like a Vinny P kind of guy on X. Got a good voice, good character. But I'd be buying next year. But in terms of like where we're at right now, yeah, it's just we got to go ahead and move on from Brent Rooker and look for a better value point.
Yeah. Alrighty. So I agree. I'm right there with you. I traded him. So Mexican standoff. Let's see. Do it in that airport. Nice and loud.
Someone's sleeping over there, so that's actually evil. So I'll do it over here. Yeah, I woke that person up sleeping.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should do that right next to all the people you're gonna get on the plane with, and see if anyone will like not sit next to you because you just did that.
So it says here, as I was talking about Brent Rooker, it says, well, I don't talk bad about people. My flight just got delayed another hour, so I'm going to be leaving at 1:40. So here's the deal, dude. Is that like, are they going to like run it? Like, if you delay it to 1:39, like you have to run it, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would just cancel it.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Man, I hope you.
I looked
at
the seat. At the seat.
Suck.
I looked at the seat map. It said it's like mostly full. So people are also waiting on that.
Yeah, I have slept in an airport before. It's not fun. On
it's
Christmas.
Looking possible. Yeah.
Yeah. On Christmas, I've done that. Not fun. All right. So the Mexican standoff, we got 3 good pitchers here. We have number 1, Troy Melton, who is also your Huckleberry of the week. We have number 2, Jared Jones, coming back from injury. Looking pretty good coming back here, Jared Jones. And then number 3 is Ian Seymour. So we've got 2 injury return guys, and then Ian Seymour, who's popping off for the Rays. A very interesting Mexican standoff here. Who you got out of this Mexican standoff?
That's a good question. I'm gonna yawn first. It's not a good omen. Considering I might be here for a while. I like Jones and Melton more than Seymour. Isn't Seymour like 28 now?
Yeah, he's 20. I thought he was like 27, but maybe he's 28.
Yeah, he was kind of like a late breakout. I mean, I'm happy for him to defy the odds and all that. But man, you know what Melton does? Wait, hold up. Why is Melton's FIP so much higher than his ERA over both seasons so far? Like, it's not like it's a couple games each year. It's kind of confusing. Maybe you can unveil that in the stats, but I've just been impressed with how Melton's just been a guy. He was good. My gut has been that Jared Jones has the filthier stuff and is probably more reliable long term. If you put a gun to my head and said pick one, gosh, that's annoying to go against. I guess I would go Jared Jones because I know his stuff is filthier. And so you want to go for the upside. Yeah.
I think that's what I would be doing too. So Troy Melton pitching from a 3/4 arm slot has like a really weird cutter which is like his best pitch. That cutter, it like runs the wrong way. So it's like a gyro slider, but it's like, it acts almost like a splitter. But then the weird thing is he still also throws a splitter, even though he throws that pitch, and he throws a sinker, and they all kind of have the same movement. But they all end up doing pretty well because he's got this kind of funky arm slot. And so Melton, I really liked as a prospect coming up. I had him as like a top 75 guy before he graduated. But Jared Jones definitely has the best pedigree of these guys, and his stuff has been really sick since coming back. So Jared Jones, since coming back here, even though the ERA and whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's small sample size, right? He's got like a 4.30 whatever ERA. It's like, who cares? But his four-seamer obviously is usually a very good pitch. That one hasn't even come all the way back yet. So his four-seamer has currently 15 inches of IVB. But if you remember pre-injury, I think wasn't he up at like 18 inches or something like that of IVB pre-Tommy John? So
I don't know, brother.
If he gets that. Slider has a 35% CSW and a 19% swinging strike rate right now. So slider's looking really good. Changeup has an 18% swinging strike rate, so changeup is looking good. And the curve has a 17% swinging strike rate. So all breakers and off speed is looking good. Fastball, we want to get that IVB back. And then Seymour, oddly, I think you might find this interesting, Doc, is Ian Seymour's stuff is some of the most ridiculous stuff by metrics out of all these guys. So Ian Seymour throwing a changeup first, 18% swinging strike rate on his changeup. His sweeper has a 20.3% swinging strike rate. It's one of the best sweepers in baseball. Like all around, it might be the best sweeper in baseball. Four-seamer is still a good pitch. 14% swinging strike rate on a four-seamer is pretty good. It's got 17 inches of induced vertical break from the left side, and he's throwing it 92, so it doesn't have a lot of good velocity, but it does have a good sinker stick. Sinker's got a 35% CSW, which is 97th percentile. So he's got a really good sinker, and then also throws a slider, curveball, cutter. So this guy's throwing 7 pitches from the left side. Really good stuff. Ian Seymour is super underrated, but obviously, like Jared Jones is still younger, and like that fastball is going to get better. So Jared Jones is, I think, the move in this Mexican standoff. So I agree with you. All right, Doc, how are we going to end this podcast?
We're going to end this podcast in prayer. Lord, please help me get home tonight. In Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
All right, everybody, go give Doc. Go give Doc a follow at Doc Eisenhower. Subscribe to MLB Data Warehouse. Tell John to send Doc some money so that he can take a taxi home when he misses his flight. An Uber all the way home when he misses his flight tonight. No, I'm not going to put that juju on you. You get on that airplane. And follow me at Fantasy Ace Ball. Subscribe, MLB Data Warehouse. We'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.
Stay sharp, stay hungry, keep them barrels flying high. This is Doc's Dynasty Hour. We'll catch you on the other side.